2.
I think that's kind of a pretty good place for people.
Yeah. Okay. 5, 10. Left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Waist.
That much rod. So you gotta work on that one. Shoulder wasn't moving so great.
No, I mean, I'm running out of my Duracell is running low. I've been up since 3:30.
It's the battery, huh? On the shoulder.
Yeah.
All right.
9, 10.
These stretches are actually relaxing me. It's making me want to go take my ass over in the corner and go to sleep.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And knees. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4,
It's like reminds me of like
6.
how chicks over in indigenous countries practice that too.
All right, hamstrings.
Isn't that something else?
100-degree crap is over.
Man, it's bad out there.
My hair almost melted in the bathroom.
Get the sun umbrella out. Put it up there.
It's broken. We got caught in a heavy wind last fall and it broke.
Oh, no, I'm talking about your one you put in space.
The one I'm putting in space.
Block the sun.
To block the sun.
For all of us.
Let's freeze the planet for a while.
Well, you know. Cool. I saw someone lying about somebody saying we're headed to an ice age.
Not before the global warming's over.
So we might have to go through this first.
What I say is, anytime someone predicts what's going to happen, assume that they're wrong about something. Because like, anytime, especially when somebody gives a year, I don't care if it's talking about the rapture or global warming or anything.
Or the blackout.
Right. It's like Al Gore was wrong by a long ways. Like he said by 2012 there'd be no ice, like no ice caps at all gone.
Well,
It's
well,
like,
he was on the right track. I mean,
right, but I'm saying it hurts his credibility to say by 2012 there will be no polar ice caps. It's like, no, then it just gives more fuel to people who don't want to listen, because it says, no, you said, and the ice caps are fine. So
well, they're not fine.
So yeah, it's just the main thing is like someone was talking about this. Said this is going to be decided by China and India. They do 80% of the CO2 emissions right now. So anything that we can do can only help just a little bit. I think China built like 20 new coal plants like this year alone. So it's just like,
They don't care.
no. When you're planning for like the next 4,000 years, you don't care about hurting things right now if it benefits you in 4,000 years. Remember that they said that's one of the most famous misquotes in history was related to China, where the president of China got complimented at his far thinking. Because what happened was somebody asked him, and it was in the 70s, there were riots in France. And then what the person asked him, they said, what do you think about the riots in France? And he said, it's too soon to tell. Well, it got mistranslated, and they got reported that they asked him about the French Revolution. And so then they said, what do you think about the long-term effects of the French Revolution? I said, it's too soon to tell. It's like, it's been 300 years, man. It's too soon to tell on that.
Yeah.
And so it's like, they're so wise, thinking so far ahead. Yeah. You doing stretching?
Oh, well, it's
I told you I was using my Duracell. Yes, I'm straight.
So I was
listening, though. I'm trying to listen.
in something cool. The new Baldur's Gate game came out today, and I've never played one before, but it's like I'm just at the character constructions scene, and it's already one of the best games I've ever played. Like seriously, you can customize everything. So like, I'm not kidding.
Right.
They ask you whether or not you want your character to be shaved or not. Yeah.
And naked in this game.
Oh yeah. And do you want them to be circumcised or not? They give you options.
That's getting pretty.
Video game Peter.
Oh yeah.
Do they, you have to go in somewhere for your circumcision?
No,
Right.
it's just like which one you want.
Instant?
Yeah.
I think if they're gonna go
You
there.
just
they
take,
should
well, no,
go
you're
there.
designing exactly what your character looks like, creating their backstory,
Character should have to go in somewhere and suffer through it. All right.
deciding what class they
All
are.
right, foreskin, do a little cut.
Yeah,
There you go.
there you go.
There you go.
And you can like see here's how much it can be. You can be a masculine appearing trans male dwarf with vitiligo.
Why wouldn't you want to do that?
I mean seriously, that's it's like it had a vitiligo slider.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Somebody's gonna get mad and start some trouble.
Sherrod, you know what vitiligo is?
Uh-huh.
That's what Michael Jackson had, where he gets body. Yeah. So it's like you can actually have a slider as to how much of that you have if you want. It's amazing.
That's horrible. And here I am. I thought that, Grand Theft Auto was the worst video game whenever,
Grand Theft Auto, you went to that for a while. That was
Yeah.
the ultimate one. The parents hated.
Yes.
No, you don't need to hear about that one now.
No.
Nah.
Candyland, yeah.
Yeah.
They used to, I used to get a loud prostitute in the car when you,
Yeah.
and then get out and you're like, oh. Now
Yeah.
they just got everything on the video game.
All hanging out there.
Now Michael finally got circumcised.
Right. Horrible.
Yeah, and what it looks like is they said to experience the whole thing, it would take most people 75 to 100 hours of playing to experience everything that's in the game.
Wow. Are you that hot?
So I'm just talking about
Y'all will be-
how much content is in there and how
That's
basically.
a lot. 7,500 hours. That's it.
Yeah.
That seems like it's not that much.
Hmm.
You get through the whole game, play till you win or whatever.
Well, no, that's to experience like all the side quests and like basically find everything that there is to find. But like it also means with this you get a completely different experience if you start over and play as someone else. So if, like basically you could be a female elvish bard
Right.
covered in tattoos
And then when you go to
who is a
game,
pacifist and just see how that goes.
You're not gonna fight a whole lot that way.
What?
You're not gonna fight a lot that way.
Right, I'm curious to see how far the game will let me go in different areas.
By the way, I was telling Michael a little earlier that I think we lost the Wonder Twins.
Oh, really?
Why?
I haven't seen Shields in
No. And
2 months. 2 months. I mean, he comes back, he was mowing the yard until it got really hot. But he wasn't coming to class. And Adam took about a 2-week or 3-week break. Asked him when they were coming back. And Adam says, I'm not coming back before Shields does. And I haven't heard from Shields.
All right, that makes sense.
So, I think we lost him.
Oh.
No big. It's like this. We've not had great luck with the military times.
Well, they learn what they feel like their cups are full and then they move on.
Yeah.
I've noticed that with a lot of people. It takes dedication to have a hunger to
Keep going.
get an education behind it.
It just depends on how far you want to go.
Yeah.
Some people think that the first degree black sash is the epitome. That's just a good start.
It is unique. Sequel is the epitome of a good start.
He just called you a purple sash.
I heard that.
Sorry, sequel. Don't kick my ass off class.
Why not?
No, that's gonna be up to Harris. Because you're gonna be working on your second degree stuff, Paris is gonna be working on his third degree stuff.
So you guys can work with each other, and then I'll just
Help him out.
help you out. So I don't have to call,
That's right.
Because your two tests are basically identical. It's just one of you has to do more.
Paris just has to do better.
Well, I think like he has more, like instead of upward dog, like instead of like against 4 opponents, now it's 5, things like that.
Nope, identical.
Difficult.
That's not very simple. You gotta take one thing off mine.
He has.
You gotta erase the oral board.
Like that.
That's where he enjoys. That's what he enjoys. Oh goodness.
Just have it down.
Just read your manual and remember stuff. I was wondering where that was.
I was wondering if you could catch that.
I lost it in the light there for a second.
Got close.
Well, I hate that. I enjoy Shields and Adams, but you know they learned the formal style of Chinese boxing, but you know it's so much more that goes into what you have to offer your students that a lot of people don't understand it. If you invest longevity in them, and if they stay down with you, you know they have a promise of being a master teacher one day or being a great martial artist.
And a good fighter.
Being a great fighter. That's why I'm still here because I know that this is important. It's important to me. Whether it gets thin or whether I'm here all the time, I'm never going to give up.
Paris does have one other thing he's got to do. He's got to take on 4 people one time.
Well, actually, Sherrod has a whole bunch more that he has to do. Like he's got to do joint lock, 5 joint locks and takedowns, all the chokes. Paris just accomplishes those with
Everything.
right, but like Sherrod also has to do those, like the blocking counters and takedowns, joint locks.
Pretty much.
Basically, it's you have to show us again.
Everything.
And he's got to show us 3 times. Again.
That's
It's a whole lot of alls. All.
yeah.
Well, have you noticed look at all the weight I've dropped? Have you noticed that?
No, she got to do that.
Yeah.
That's
So
where
no,
it
I
was.
haven't. You've always been thin. So no, I haven't.
No, I haven't. I've never look at how thin I am. I'm like miraculously thin.
What was skinny?
Yeah, but during the COVID and all that, I picked up all. You gotta go back to some of the older videos around the COVID. You're gonna be like, damn, he did look like Santa Claus with it. Skinny, everything else but his stuff.
Yeah, he didn't look like Santa Claus. He looked like somebody I knew in the 70s. Fro and beard going. He's starting to look good now.
I'm starting to look good.
Oh, then you shave and got hair. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I feel better, but I'm having insecurities about how much weight I've dropped.
Why?
Jesus, I was trying to get my weight up.
Maybe if you're worried about a tapeworm or something. Then
Spirit worm running around that son of a bitch in a sweatpants.
that's probably
Still cooler inside than it is outside on a day like this.
A little bit.
About 90 degrees inside. Inside and outside.
A lot of weight, man.
Let's see. The Sherrod's got to do the 1 inch. So does second degree still has Solom on it.
Well, of course, we're not going to do that.
Right.
But, you know, after we're not going to do this, you can't really do the cane technique in here.
Nope.
It's hot as hell. I don't mind going outside on a good early Saturday morning.
On Saturday morning, it's fine, but not right now.
Right now, I'll go out there and pass down the grass.
Okay, so let's do the same stuff. Just the
Will you be here Saturday?
I think so.
Can you come in at 9?
Might be able to.
Can you come in at 9?
Probably.
Because there's some.
More
He'll need a partner to do some of the stuff that we need to film.
All right, I'll let you know.
Can you be here Saturday?
I'll try to see food. I might have to work. I haven't worked in the last 5 Saturdays.
Boy, there's some non-committal fuckers in here.
I'll be here.
It depends on how tomorrow. If they work the shit out of me again tomorrow, I'm not coming in Saturday. I'm going to work Saturday. I'll let you know.
Every Saturday that you work, you complain about it. Now you're going, I think I'm going to work Saturday. Now that you don't have to, now you want to.
Yeah.
There you go.
Use some money, huh?
Huh?
Use some money.
I want to get more.
That's what I'm saying.
You see, you got used to having the money when you were
Oh, yeah.
forced to work.
Yeah.
Now that you're not, you still want it. Yeah.
Yeah. They look down on people who don't show up on a weekend.
You know, they can't do anything about that. It's not your contract.
Right.
No, they can be shitty towards you for the first couple days.
They're gonna be shitty towards anybody, so what?
That's true.
Nothing's changed.
That's very true.
So, there you go.
Well, what you got, Susan?
Let's do blocking counter techniques, stay down, joint lock termination, all that.
Again?
That's like 80% of the test.
Really?
Yeah.
Being efficient. Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Last time I snapped I have to go to the, tomorrow I think I gotta go get x-rays. I have to go to the ATI lady, and I went to medical, and I think I got a very bad ruptured tendon where the medical lady said that my tissue grew around a hurt bone, and it just stayed there fogged. And you were right. Remember you were saying you gotta get some fresh blood in there. Remember saying that to me? That's pretty much what you're saying. So I gotta go get an x-ray.
I hate to do that.
For some reason, they don't realize you're actually down.
You're right.
I don't understand that.
I didn't say that.
He is an MD and a TC.
I don't worry about it. Doesn't matter to me.
I know.
Tell you, I don't care what you do with it. It's your body.
But it
Your
just-
problem.
It just amazes me that people don't understand. You're a smart guy. You don't know what you're talking about.
I don't undermine
Take it or leave
it.
it.
I don't undermine
Do
it.
what you want to do.
I don't undermine it. I appreciate
Take
it.
some drugs.
He's not just a skinny dude in here, you know. He's a smart
I
dude.
think it's because he comes off as unassuming. He's just kind of there, and then you ask him stuff, and he says, yeah, I could do that.
True.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. And then when it is, like, whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's true. He's always, everybody there has been 99.9.
You're gonna beat that up again?
Why not? As long as I don't twist it. I can play.
Okay.
Is it joint locks?
Is that your, do you have that untied enough to not twist?
I believe, I hope so. Sure, I have it on with a brush.
Well,
Show you what good that's gonna do.
Want to help him out here?
Yeah,
You put the brakes on tight. The brake, like,
I can probably
I
wrap
help out by letting
Yeah.
you know that's just garbage on your wrist.
it, but
They don't hurt by the evidence.
see, honestly, what happened was, is I'm twisting it and I'm twisting it. and-
what's
Not
the,
gonna call
the
that
brakes look like? Can the brakes be tighter?
No,
Ferris,
no, it has a strap on it, but it's at work.
would you do the honors, please?
Do you want me to take it off?
Take off the gloves.
Take off the brakes. Feel that.
Oh, yeah, he'll,
Major brakes.
yeah, I don't think that's gonna really.
That's not gonna stop anything.
No. Yeah, the wrap will keep it firm.
Yeah, it's safe.
Now, it's going to be uncomfortable. This Coban is uncomfortable, but it's better than injuring your wrist. You're not going to lose any fingers, so don't even worry about cutting off your circulation. It's not going to be that damn time. And you have to have, the circulation has to be cut off for many hours before you actually lose it.
The less, less you feel, the better we know.
That sounds
Fingers
like
turn
right.
white.
How long is it before you get compartment syndrome and you actually should restore
Compartment
circulation?
syndrome, you can go quick if there's swelling.
I was just wondering, it's like, you know, the thing where it's like if it's cut off for too long, then it's a bad idea to restore circulation because the bad blood gets back into the system. All the is it the dying tissue?
You want to just go a little bit slow.
It's like a whole bunch.
Many times.
No, it's like a whole bunch of like protein gets created from the decaying tissue and yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like MASH.
No. There's a particular thing. You can look it up now.
Yeah. It's all right.
Where do you normally have the pain?
Right up in there and right on that tendon where you got the strap. That's where it hurts like fucking hell. It's hurting for me every time I'm snapping.
Might go across here also, go across this one.
With her like help.
I've got plenty of that, so you can use as much as you need.
I don't wanna, the lady was trying to tell me that I might have to have surgery. They might have to go in there and
Reattach it,
well,
cut it out, reattach it.
cut it out and reattach it. That's what she said it looks like. That's the
Did
case
she
my
image
friend
it?
said, huh?
How'd she know this? Did she take an image or just does the picture?
Did they try to make
No, I'm supposed to go in and get an X-ray tomorrow. She said, worst comes to worst, they're probably gonna go in there and fix it. Cause it pops out of place. And when it pops out of place, man, my whole, my elbow to my wrist goes numb. I have to go in. No, not like that, right there. But it's been rough. It feels a lot better. It does.
Elbow to the wrist, huh?
Yeah. Like it creeps up mine. Anyway, I'm gonna have an X-ray in the morning. I didn't want to, but I have to. I don't want to get older and it be a really, really bad problem.
every injury you get, but generally they heal completely, but as you get older, there's weaknesses in those areas.
I don't know if I bother with the X-ray, I'd go right to the MRI.
Yeah.
You get there, it's something, you know, you go through that.
It feels good when I wrap it. It doesn't pop out of place. As soon as I take this off,
Oh!
I'll start crying and shit.
Switch hands.
That's what everybody said it worked. All right. So how are we gonna do this?
Just going along the team.
Bad. All right.
Just do the 12s, and you have to do takedown, sweat locks, and germination.
And you can do them all in the same thing. So you do all 4 of each one of the 12s. So there's going to be a lot of following.
Yep.
So you can do joint lock, takedown, and termination in the same movement. Harrison and, was it you?
Yeah.
Harrison and Michael were kicking its ass yesterday.
Okay.
I'm very frustrated. Do you want to start where you left off?
Sure. Where were you? 8? So
Yeah.
we go past that? We do long box. We got.
I think we got through all of it, actually. So yeah, start over.
All right.
Yeah. So both of you are at number 1. We got to do all 4 versions of number 1.
Take down your long termination. Doesn't have to be the same word.
Correct.
So who first?
And first.
Big punches first or deep?
Well, you got to do all 4. So it'd be
Inside, outside, inside.
outside, inside, out.
Well, I'll place first.
Yeah. Let's do that one more time.
Same thing?
Yeah.
See if I can pull that out. Blam, blam, blam.
Okay. No joint lock though.
Yeah. I mean, good joint.
Yeah.
Glad I swung in to say hi.
Yeah. Got nothing.
I'm just hearing stuff. Here's the floor.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
You thought you farted?
What did I do to him?
If I fart, you don't know. I'm not gonna be shy about.
Your eyes are gonna start watering.
The second, that was a 3.
Second
I
time, what?
think that was a 3.
3?
Time 10 hit. Right. Okay. Okay, yeah, keep going. Okay, let's work on that one. It's like, the options that you have available.
Inside.
Okay, yeah, that's where things got awkward, and I think it could be as a result of your footwork. So if you're here, you've got this, and then if this is the option that you've got, you might try blending this way
Yeah.
in order to get that done, rather than pulling it towards you. So blend with your left foot around it up. The other way, the other thing is, don't forget that, you've nailed him across the face several times. You've got coming around here and all that. Yeah, because he's basically completely sugared at that point.
Just get the hell out of the way.
Oh, wait, for that one, try not to be so far away. Yeah, so
That's
if you're,
good move.
if you're here,
I mean, I felt that.
if you're here,
Yeah.
don't leave this out here.
Don't freak out.
Dump the arm. See how far
That's
away?
all now?
Yeah,
Keep it to me.
pull it across into your hip joint down here. That's what will give you a lot more fun to work with. Alright.
Yeah, I get together at 7:30.
Okay.
It's out there on Google, so I figured I'd come stop by.
Yeah.
How everybody's doing.
Mhm.
I was expecting to see those too.
Yeah. I bought Baldur's Gate this afternoon.
Is that?
I bought Baldur's Gate this afternoon.
Yeah.
I'm still in the character creation.
I have back to school to pay for.
Yeah.
So I'm not buying any games this month, plus it's my wife's birthday. Yeah.
That's a good one.
I tell you what, the
Yeah.
customization is intense.
Is it pretty good?
Oh yeah.
Good.
You can customize whether or not you're circumcised.
Oh, my turn.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, give me 20 seconds.
and whether or not
Okay.
you're shaved.
Okay.
There's a vitiligo slider,
That's it.
Next.
and the subclasses are super intense. You can be the avatar.
Next.
You can do warrior monk, and then there's a subclass of master of the elements. You can be the avatar. Yes. Yeah. You can be any age,
I don't know about that one.
any of the races, any of the classes.
I will
Yeah.
approve.
How much is the base game? 60 like normal? I might wait till it's a little cheaper.
Okay, I didn't even get the joint.
And the expansion is just cosmetics.
Yeah.
Like it's just the cool capes and the cool helmet and stuff. And I didn't really care.
Right?
There you go.
Mister.
Good, you're.
Yeah. I'm on my way to get here.
Oh, you're good.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Let me
Woodlawn
see,
Barn,
right,
we're Woodlawn.
when you got
So
into
it's not
that,
till 7:30, I wanted to get out the house. We just got done doing all that back to school shopping.
It was the house on.
Came here to
Right.
see what was going on with the hair trees, see those students, all masters.
Yeah, drafted the
Kids
farm.
big as me.
There's no masters in me here yet.
Yeah.
Drafted right here.
There will be next year.
okay.
Like
Now,
that.
I got the falling down is what I'm worried about. So let me show you something here that'll give
Falling
you
down.
Well, Michael definitely.
what?
Maybe Trey.
Something that'll give you a little bit more oomph
Mhm.
and more destruction.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Just
then there should be on the ticket after.
Come around this way.
Do that again.
So I figured this is
What,
like
we're doing
the
one, right?
process, maybe an
Yeah.
excuse to leave early. Down here, see seafood, everybody's here.
Now, if you
Because
come,
I'm spending the
like,
whole
instead
day,
of
I
going
did my first
this
day
way,
at front counter.
if you bring
This
this
fine, their computer is so
here,
compared to what I
now,
was used to.
I have
ago.
my legs already here. This is the handshake, this is the shoulder instruction.
But that's not a joint like this. It's
That's good.
That's good as fuck as anything.
Yes.
Got new
So,
shoes,
right,
backpacks, some odds and ends.
Woo!
There's a lot of
This is
sales.
what we want back
Right.
and forth. So,
Now, of course, you're gonna dislocate your arm entirely and because what you're doing with that is a sword catch. What you do is you take it here and then therefore
It's about 7.
you actually come across this.
Doesn't store.
So you are twisting it completely upside down and around way faster than their upper body can compensate. So you will spin their shoulder joint inside the joint as you rip it out.
okay.
Yeah. So we're just talking about instead of a figure 4 to go for shoulder instruction instead.
Oh, sorry, I'm gonna sure I know I'm not.
Yeah.
in.
Oh, you're fine.
See what you do.
How you doing? How you doing? All right. Man, I'm here.
I'm fair.
I'm faring all right. Faring out pretty well. Getting old, but I'm still cold.
You still know.
Everybody at home can see Chet's big old head.
All right.
Thought I was gonna say
You ready?
that.
Well, that too.
So-
Well, actually, my wife's been
Then it's just
talking to me that hard of my body recently, so. I might go to- I'll save you all the
Whatever I
details.
find out.
Okay.
So all I did was transfer.
Yeah,
Here.
all the actors from
And then I
last
just
year,
transfer
whoever shows
to
up,
this.
we're all getting together at the bar and grill to say hi, share new concepts. I'm gonna try out these new,
Yeah.
they're like, you know,
And
butchers,
it doesn't
they
require
like
that you
hard
fall down.
leather or brown leather. So a pair of overalls made of that.
The reason I did the
So like butcher's
the
costume.
reason I did that was
Well, you know, I won't care. My face paint's supposed to be
Grab
messy
this.
anyway. I'll keep some water in my pockets.
pull it.
And I'm auditioning for Q Line anyway.
So it's just
So I won't
Bring
be
it up.
back there, you know, hooping
Grab.
and hollering. I'll just be walking the Q Line while people.
and how
go
you
in.
get the good instruction
So
is by
Is
bracing
that-
his shoulder against yours.
not cut, give you some air in place.
So that's how you make sure that there's well, it makes sure that there is nothing that you can do to get out of this because
What
if
we do at
I get
Wayfair
too
in
far
the
this
summertime
way,
is
he
take
can
ice
drop his
packs.
elbow in order to create this space. So
More
yeah, if
likely
you got
underneath
this
that
here,
there just to go
there's
with
nowhere
the
you can go.
I probably won't have a shirt on. I'll probably pick up a whole bunch of mud.
Most people aren't gonna think of that. Yeah.
Yeah. All over the mud.
Yeah.
It's usually just dripping blood, so.
There you go.
I'm not supposed to look fire this year, I'm supposed to
Yeah,
look
you go to your head,
I
I'm
want to
just
bring
gonna
like the
hurt you.
old man Sherlock image back.
Yeah.
Since I'm an old man,
Screaming.
I'm allowed to make choice and I'm the president.
Think about
I always one that the boss wants to run.
Right.
We're trying to do that. If that doesn't work, then I guess I'll be happy.
It's frankly, it's easier to do
Because I
on
have
the
a
inside.
costume on it.
So, but if you're here, like this, that's a little easier to do, but, yeah. It's like on the outside, it can also work. You just have to kind of move there anyway. It's like you can only do it if you really get a good hit.
This is number one, my bad. Come on. Boom. Crack. I tried.
Need a joint lock in here somewhere.
My thoughts on that is that you had to pull him in the opposite direction.
Okay.
You are already going one way. You are already going you were already going towards him, and then you had to stop him and pull him the other way. So if you got that and it was here like this, like what you have to do, you hit him here real good, but then you had to say, come back here, and then I do this. So he's already gonna be going that way. So use what's available to take him down in the same direction that you're already going.
If there's a wall there, just throw his head in the wall.
Yeah.
You can get in my wall, buddy.
Boom. Pow. Pow.
Okay. Yeah. Careful.
No, I'm not gonna get him. I have.
Still didn't see a joint lock.
Had a little bit.
All right, let's try it again then. Boom.
There's a joint lock, there's a throw,
Yeah.
and where's the termination?
Right here, neck to the neck. Baby, kill Floyd.
9 minutes, 9 minutes.
Yeah, but it
ago.
took 4 of them to do it.
He's gotta wait 9 minutes.
And you gotta wait 9 minutes.
In a real life situation, I wouldn't have tried to lean on him. I'd have bulldozed his neck. I'd have tried to break it and kept going and just hit him until he died.
Right, do that body.
I would have hurt him in a real life situation.
All right.
All right,
Some more. How many more? How many of the permutations have you done?
I got to do the outside and that's it.
Outside of one? Outside of the. Okay, let me see it one more time. Because that wasn't technically one. That was a Tom lock hit. So remember, we're going for simultaneous.
I
That was
did.
number 3.
I said boom. I punched him. That's the number one. Then I grabbed him and did that.
I'm not on this.
Yeah. So what you leaned in that direction,
But what you did this time was a
Rewind
rewind.
later.
That was the joint mark.
right? You went
One.
like that
Okay.
rather than bam and then something.
Got
So make sure that you're going for hit
it. Okay.
and then go for something else. Yeah.
See, I locked it. You're right. You're right. Come on, try it one more time.
And you were catching a
Yeah,
lock
you got
sound,
over
you
here.
were catching that punch and a lock sound on time, that's what we were.
That's what he was
Yeah.
saying, it was an automatic time instead of, or a lock instead of time.
Yeah.
I got you.
Now, do that again, but as soon as you grab it, I want you to stop. Stop. So you hit it. You grab his wrist, grab his shoulder. Put that foot behind his leg. Behind his leg. Pull backwards.
That's the easy one. Yeah.
Don't let go of his arm.
Okay.
You got me.
You just lost your joint lock when you let go of his arm.
Boom. Boom.
Got the joint. Yeah.
Boom.
And then a termination.
Wow. There you go.
And teabagging him is not going to count as a termination.
Yeah, these nuts are made out of steel.
Finally, all that iron hand training took him. I was just doing it. See, that's what I was talking about.
Yeah.
But it's
But,
been talking
his-
to you can still work it up.
Yeah.
I just did it tough in my hand, because I wanted my hands to be tough. I never thought I'd be like, or something, bigger to the straight to the.
Yeah, you
Trying to hand that strong in that condition, if I get it right, I can remove your eye from the socket. All I gotta do is
But
have a little behind it.
but that's not termination.
That's a good move though.
But blind means they terminate.
That's all right.
So what they're working on
Or did I
is
break there?
they're doing
No, go for
joint
it.
lock,
continue and
No,
they're
just-
doing it the technique, like number one,
It's not,
including a joint lock,
60%.
a takedown, and a termination, all at the same.
All at the same time. So as long as I do, like if I do it and then I do a takedown,
Joint
into a
lock.
joint lock.
what's feeling funky there is it's actually your feet. It's your feet.
I got it.
Yeah, because what's happening is it's that. Well, yeah, that's what's happening is in
The idea is
that.
to
So
hold
be a lot more
the arm
aggressive with.
that you intend to joint
Yeah.
lock
That'll do it.
while you're throwing it to the ground. So it's not like a hard throw, it's a controlled throw.
There you go.
Well, it is during your,
Right.
your test.
Right. That's cool.
There you go.
Yeah, you could just slap that hand away from you, didn't have to change the hand, just get it away from you. You didn't do anything with it anyway. The one that was sticking up that you threw him with, you just kind of went, yeah, and then you stomped on his face.
Yeah. Just trying to leave the wrist with him. That's all I was doing. Just not beating that one up.
Oh, okay, good.
Couldn't get it.
Boy, that was a
We're
panic
doing
attack right there.
Well, what you're doing outside
Sorry, go ahead.
number 2, correct?
Do something more the other way.
Again, you could pull it backwards real easy.
You hit somebody in the back of the head,
Yeah,
that just
I
gonna
was busy
fall.
beating them down, but I
It's
couldn't.
gonna hurt your hand.
So Paris, you could terminate it and then do the joint lock after he's dead?
Yes.
Okay.
As long as it's in there.
It's hard on this.
So do that move again and then stop,
He's in the outside, yeah.
stop. Now, look what you got. Yes, exactly. Going back, do your joint lock. And then break his neck.
Oh, that was a good one. Could have done it.
Yeah, exactly.
What was that one he did in Ip Man? It's like the interesting look. Is that one even possible where he like did that front roll and broke the guy's elbow backwards? Yeah.
You guys heard that they're making the fourth Hitman with.
You mean a fifth?
or fifth, excuse me.
Gotta be a prequel because he's dead in the last one.
It has to
He
be
died in the
something
last
before-
one?
Yeah. So it's
Yeah.
gonna have to be something that
Well, yeah,
happened
it's- they
before.
He
don't-
died of cancer in the last one.
They don't really care about continuity. He'll be fighting
But
in the spirit world.
it gives him another chance to play.
Yeah.
Make some money.
Next shot.
It was weird how the last one that we watched was just it was explicitly
See, I did my kill move
propaganda.
before I took him to the ground.
It's like
I hit him in the Adam's apple hard
he's
as hell,
beating
and
the
that's what
snot
made
out
him
of
fall
these
hurt.
Western devils.
And then I broke him.
So grab his finger is considered a joint lock?
Yes.
Okay, that's one of my favorite things to do. People will listen to you. If you have a couple of fingers and you have, at that point, they're gonna break, people will listen to you.
Too complicated. Too complicated.
Compounds are kind of attacks of luck.
Crack, 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 crack,
Ouch.
crack, crack, crack. Hey, give me my money. That's what that shit was called. I'm gonna name it. That was called "Give Me My Money."
Well, hell, see, I'm just passed out me blue. Those were all
That dude, that wasn't JKD, man. That was all street.
I was gonna
Man.
say, he was in the streets
That
over
was in
here.
the street, bro.
I
That
on
thing
street
was
fight.
How many large did he ow you, bro? That was
Oh,
pretty harsh,
he
man.
said,
Girlfriend was standing over here. Drunk was there. All going to his head.
That's pretty intense, bro.
Winning this
They
time.
even kind of made me go, woo.
That's bad. That's horrible. Alright, I guess
Am I wrong? That was really, there was a lot of street in that movie.
that's the inside. We did that. Outside, boom. I got you by the throat, kicking, boom.
Oh.
Stop.
Already murdered him, you don't.
Yeah.
See what you said overtime. Make sure it's done.
No
I'm
need to-
sorry.
no need for-
That's when we crossed that
Hey,
line.
you guys taught me how to be an animal.
Okay, as soon as you get it, this shit's gonna happen.
Oh,
So then,
I got
People are gonna throw their phone right out there. Yeah.
Here's
You'll
what I-
be looking at this from everywhere.
here's what I
You're
would say
still on
is-
top, crushing.
Is the throat isn't the best thing to hold on to while you're in the process of them kind of falling over. Unless the throat is the means by which you're.
that's what I was doing. I was using his throat, jerking and grabbing and squeezing it.
Well, I was talking about like so we're
Controlling it.
number 2 outside, right?
Uh-huh.
So you kind of went in here and went
Boom.
strike here, and you got this.
And I grabbed it.
Yeah. Then what I
And
would
then I
say,
kicked his leg and made him fall.
what I would say is cause your damage from here, because this is a really awkward position to hold. Cause your damage, rip this, then just strike and do what you're gonna do. Bam. So because basically you don't want to end up in a situation where you're holding on with both hands and going down like this. So yeah, fracture, cause your damage, but then like it's like the only where I would say do a takedown with the throat grab is when it is the thing that's taking them down. Like this, wham, like this. That's where you stay holding on to it.
Now, you can get that left leg behind him and do the same strike.
Yes.
Do the side hand and knock him down.
Yeah, try
the
that.
same way.
Try the just and
Yep.
like but like behind,
Get your foot behind his leg.
There was something to trip over.
and then just take him out. Bam. There you go.
Joint lock, and you gotta kill him off.
Boom.
Yeah.
Fire.
Kill him off and then fuck him out.
Kick him, toe kick him in his temple. But it's like,
Glad you finished that fucking thought.
Yeah.
okay, and the outside of that. Boom, boom, boom. I don't. That didn't work. That didn't work.
It's alright, what's it?
Did you see that Justin Gaethje fight, anybody? UFC? Woo!
Good one.
Dude, okay, so we're talking about a guy that Justin Gaethje heard over and over again saying that no one's gonna knock me out with a high kick. I'm ready for the high kick. Well, he went into the fight first round, and Gaethje tested him on that. And about halfway through the first round, he threw a nice high kick.
That'd
He
kill.
checked him, put the
That'd
hand in the way.
destroyed all that.
Round 2, this time instead of just throwing the high kick, he came in and threw a fake left hook.
Oh.
And his guard dropped slightly, stepped up, and threw that high kick. Dude, it was beautiful. You saw this dude's head just, I got to, and he just went left. He was done.
Yeah.
Second round knockout. Everyone no one thought Gaethje would win this fight. If I would have made that bet, I would have had $200 in my head. I don't gamble. The guy, one of the guys I work with, he's a big gambler.
Yeah.
And he says, if you give me $20 down, if he wins, I'll give you
Good
$200.
shot,
Right.
Yeah.
You know,
I've had a long hot day, man. I could drink a lot of
You're doing
water.
great, man.
Got to, got to.
So that was a good fight.
Yeah.
It was a good fight. I watch a lot of UFC.
Where'd you watch it?
ESPN Plus to watch the prelims, but then I know
I thought that was on pay-per-view.
it is.
Oh.
I know a few
All right.
people that might have recorded it and I might have over to their house.
After the fact.
Right.
All right.
And watched it after the fight. I didn't get to see it live. I saw the prelims. If you have ESPN Plus,
I'll show it to
you
you.
can watch the preliminary card.
The
but not
gift
the
that
main
keeps
card.
giving.
So,
Wire.
yeah.
Yes.
I watch a lot this entertainment at UFC, but to see how many UFC fighters actually implement anything JKD.
Yeah.
Because most of the time, they'll come in and somebody will throw something, and the guy will just counter it and then come back instead of countering and striking at the same time like JKD.
Yeah.
Rarely do you see it in a UFC fight. Rarely. I like to pick it out when it does happen.
Ron Balicki is the only one that.
Balicki's bad, dude. He's good.
You know who he is?
He's an older veteran. I know he's.
He's Danny Anasano's son-in-law.
Yeah,
Me.
really?
You're married to,
Oh.
married to Diana Anasano.
I've seen a few of his fights. He's a beast.
What's his
I mean, he's
Ron Balicki.
he's a little bit older
Ron
now.
Balicki. Yeah, he's Diana Anasano's
Yeah.
husband.
But
Your knee is
I'm
always.
trying to find
right
out what
there.
fighters
Every time I
actually
go down.
apply there.
Yep, you're right.
And technically, that Gaethje,
It's always
Gaethje
right
uses a
there.
little bit with that high kick.
Yeah.
You know, that
For some
straight
reason,
left,
every time I
Yeah.
go right there,
drop
I
that
got-
high kick straight up.
Every time.
Yeah.
Sure, it works.
That was
Cute.
going the other way. That's true.
It's like,
Yeah. Is that right? Number 3? I've been there.
The left
check.
punches. Left hand punches.
Something.
Yeah.
That-
Yeah.
all right, good.
And
You
you just
already
have,
had the kill shot whenever you, gave me a forearm strike to my throat. They didn't see that. I felt it.
I do have an
You got your
interesting
glasses with you, Chester?
an idea for you. Try seeing what options present themselves when you step forward with your left on that.
All right. On the initial.
Right.
I sent this to Adam.
That's
There
it.
you go. There you go.
I can go back pretty easy. So, you have another option.
Let's see.
Step here.
So
Step back or step back.
let's try
A little bit more.
here. So throw that there. So we've got a couple easy ones for takedowns. We've just got grab here, mash, and shove this into the floor.
Right.
You've also got a nice takedown joint lock. It's slightly dangerous, so you have to do it slowly. But what do you think of a head twisting takedown?
I like them.
Like
I do.
right here.
All right.
I mean,
There we go. That was the
I
joint
think
lock
I got
and the takedown together.
huh?
I think they're gone.
You think so?
And you're gonna sprain their neck at minimum.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're gone.
Damn, that sucks, man. I thought Adam had potential. I thought Adam had
Yeah,
potential.
yeah. If you
Shields had potential, but he didn't show up in it.
basically if you go here,
You think they're done, huh? When
you'll
was that last
triangle.
message you sent?
If you stand backwards with
Just
your
this
right
morning?
foot, that's when you're dead.
You hope that y'all come back.
Because you've got
It is what it is.
got
I mean, I can always reach out a little bit on my side.
Don't sweat it.
If I get
ripping like that. That's when you get a lot
Don't
more
sweat it.
torque.
I'm certainly not going to.
Yeah.
People know
You've
that I'm
also
here
got.
if they want me.
let's
I
see
don't want them
here.
here if they don't want me.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Because
throw
they
you
do
on
love
this
to
side.
That makes sad to hear him go. I mean, if they don't come back,
That's a
it
word.
saddens me a little bit. I have high hopes.
Yeah, but I'm.
That's what it is. Something you gotta get used to.
I actually like that one better.
Well, hopefully
So
he
it's
watches this later and hears my report.
It's
It's already
nice
off the
because
mailing list.
Oh,
you
you
just
got me in the same.
come up this way.
Off the mailing list.
Bam,
Both of them.
grab here, and then you just turn and rip.
That's what it is.
Sad. Did they ask to be taken off the list?
No.
Okay.
But they haven't
Sure, I'm
paid.
just curious, sir.
No. I took them on.
You don't
Well,
get.
they haven't been paying the dues.
You don't get the videos if you don't
Right,
pay.
you haven't been paying your dues, you don't get access. Good.
The only exception to that has been Shailene.
Right, because you.
Because she watches this stuff every day.
They saw,
Do
you
the
have fun
outside
with
and
hair.
inside. I'll do that one, okay.
Time pin and you hit reach either side of their head and then do the upside down head rip off twist.
I wouldn't say that would work because by the time you come to touch me, I'm gonna be flying.
What I would say is the thing that you can work on
If
is
you get somebody who grabs the-
as you're going with this,
Did you do a
sometimes you
leg lift
tend
takedown
to turn
technique?
your
Did
center
you do that?
completely away from where the
Grab
enemy is.
a knee.
And sometimes that's where you end up with kind of this
Hold the
gravity
leg, boom, that's a
pull
joint.
situation.
Nothing wrong with that.
So if you
I guess terminating
focus
means
more on
I
going
always
straight
offer
at
to
it,
bleed out in 30 seconds.
Well, I doubt
try right
that.
foot,
but-
try right foot forward.
The testicle
What I-
skin is a whole lot harder than you think.
Yeah, it's so much easier to hold on to a leg than it
I
is an arm.
okay, I see.
Once
what-
you get,
what's
once you get a
screwing
leg
it up
on, once
is
you get
your,
one big old leg
you're
cut
feeling the
underneath,
need
you
to
get them
glue
on the ground,
yourself with that pin.
it's hard for it to get rid of that leg.
So,
if you know what you're doing.
because if you get in this
So-
But how you
close
gonna
to your grappling range,
Right.
it's
That's
already
gonna
not
be a
gonna do
problem.
anything.
Well, I mean-
Because you've got at
So
least
if
one
I'm-
arm
if I'm here, I've got
occupied with their leg.
that
Right.
right here.
Right here, I guess I can do
A
enough stuff.
supported elbow
what?
strike to the end of that pin.
Boys,
Not
And
this
then
guy.
after
you
that,
think so?
Hell
I don't know what you think about throwing it down.
Right.
yeah.
Because I'm one of the boys and I can drop the leg.
So, yeah, once you lock past this, okay, you're
So
trying
then
to
it
get
throws me
locked
off
up
the
by
chance
moving
of
this
guards
here
and
and punching like this. So just
So, yeah.
bam and do.
I see why having
something
the
else.
arms
You
a lot
don't
better.
need to protect as long as this
So
is
use
here,
it as the
then
take.
you're safe.
Advance, get a hold of the arm, whatever. Oh,
Well, that's why they're working on this.
right, right.
Yeah.
That was one of my favorite takedowns back in the day, was just going for a straight shoot on that one leg and then pushing into like, not the chest, but just under the solar flex as you lift the leg. And they normally go down.
Back when we all wore bell bottoms, I used to grab the bottom of the bell bottoms. Push my
Great
shoulder,
handles.
push my shoulder into the chest or the belly.
If you've got this and you have
I've got the feet right
nail
here,
down like that,
and they're on the ground.
it'll cause a lot more damage.
I did that. I've done that.
If you do the wrist torque. That.
All right, guys, well, I'm glad to see you guys are in here working.
That way, rather than trying to take it this way. This
It's
way
very
is,
nice.
this way is much safer. So for him, so if you rip it and actually rip across that way,
Never.
that's gone. So and he will still fall down. But yeah, you rip across that way, he has no shot to recover that joint.
Yes.
Right on his neck.
Yeah, that's all.
I was wondering your thoughts on if you get them kneeling to knee strike directly to the spine.
Kneeling which way?
Well, except like sometimes you guys are in and out, like where is where was it you were ended up it was on dance last week?
Outside.
Yeah. So it's here, doing that, and then here.
Yeah.
So they're showing.
No, but it was just a thought you get
He's
destroyed.
not gonna do much after it, then you have an
Then-
easy kill him afterwards, for sure.
Yeah. So yeah, you lock up the whole back and then hit for the termination.
I don't know if it'd be necessary. It might be gratifying, but I don't know. If it'd be
Yeah.
necessary.
It's emotionally necessary. Yeah.
Hi, guys. Okay. It's fun to come to see everybody.
Yeah.
See what those students.
We're students.
We're all
Well,
students.
you know what I mean? You know what I mean? The kids, we're all teachers too,
Yeah.
right?
5 students in here right now.
Non-teachers.
Yeah.
There are no non-teachers.
Yeah.
Ah,
Sometimes
you gotta be so specific in here.
Yeah.
No, you just have to go on your thoughts.
You know what? I love the students, but these are the days we get to train.
Yeah.
You know,
Good.
I would get a lot out of these days. You get the money first.
Have fun, guys.
All right.
You have a good one.
See ya.
Sid. All right,
So
sorry.
what you could also do is reach up, and grab his eyes,
Yes.
peel him back.
Yeah.
Okay. Boom.
Too complicated. Basically, there was a few shuffling motions in there, and if you're having to shuffle while going that slow, you're not gonna get that block. at full speed. So, see, right there. That's what I'm thinking of.
Now you're a little spread out. He can still defend himself.
Right.
He's got a free hand, 2 free.
I'm not too passionate.
Let's think.
And you don't know how tough your opponent's going to be. He could be a marshmallow and you might knock his ass out, but
The
that's
top
fine.
hit punch, right?
Or he could be
It
a
might be a
man
hard
of steel. A steel, right?
Like this. So what I would say is one of the easiest is to reverse the flow of what you've already got going here. So is right there.
Gotcha.
You've also got just straight up stepping in. You've got throat for the termination, and then this. For
Again, I'm seeing it kind of complicated there.
right. Here, destroy rib.
Easier stuff. What was it?
Something.
Thumb in it.
Right?
Yeah.
Boom! Swat!
Yeah.
Alright, so what did it do?
Did you count the kick as a joint one?
Broke
Yeah.
it, knee and knee, broke it.
One, and punch, kick at the same time.
Oh, yeah! There's the joint one.
Yeah.
So it did not require me to change my foot. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. Here. Here. Correct. That makes sense.
Pay attention before the fall.
Pow! Pow. Punch. Boom.
Yes. It's grab. No.
So that way, as they fall, their body weight is helping you destroy it.
So you got to train those things, of course, like hitting and grabbing, hitting and grabbing. You have to. It's not a natural movement, so you have to train yourself to do it.
And these are much more durable than an actual human throat.
Yeah.
So that is going to really hurt somebody.
Get in behind it. Hit.
Grab. Grab.
Yeah, that's
Do the eagle claw. Hit. Eagle claw.
Yeah.
You can get 3 fingers in there easier than you can get 5.
right. The easy way to think about any of this stuff is do it like you're drunk and don't care. Like that when you're trying to think of what is the next move, think of what is the most easily accessible lazy thing to do, and then since we're not drunk, you put the big effort in the snap into it. But otherwise, which move to do next should be the thing that's right in front of you.
Now, if you've got one of these big Italian bruisers that don't have a neck, right? Like your brother-in-law. Punch, hit, and hit him across here.
Yep. That's pretty bad too.
Smash! And then you can take them out.
That's rude.
Think about that. Bob just about broke my nose the other day.
That's a weird little shot.
He doesn't even have any arms.
I broke his back, he broke my nose.
Too hard.
I'm serious.
I got this.
I was doing a stomach choke on him and I pulled up and I pulled him off the stand and the stand went, pow, right in my nose.
Because this has no back on it. It just has the stand.
Right.
So that's what it popped up.
Pulled him off the
Is this.
stand. Yeah, I thought, oh, it's still kind of sore.
It's got a mark.
It's still kind
You're
of sore.
a
It was Bob. Come on.
Yeah.
He's a badass.
What's
Bob
not
would say,
expected for Bob?
I have never seen one person martial artist ever, one martial artist not get his ass whooped by Bob. Every time I have to visit him earlier, he's had something.
Bob gets tired of your shit, he gets back.
Twitter problems.
So, boom,
Punch.
boom, crack.
Now look at what you got.
I got that. I'm just gonna do this and
You're not in a real good position to do that. You'd have to, if you're going to do that, as he's going down, as you're spinning this, let him fall and then stand up and suspension.
Right, basically don't hold on to that.
Don't hold on to it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like we said before, it's like joint locks always have to be for a reason.
Now, if you kick the guy, he's out like that, he's laying down. If you kick him in the head, you might hurt him, but you kick him in the neck,
You're gonna kill him.
probably.
Neck
At least
is
break
good.
his neck.
Yeah.
I mean, one of these.
Okay. Same thing.
Now, we can make this interesting, if you guys want. Because, life happens. Leave them on the floor until you need them.
He decides when we need him.
Whenever you're trying to kill somebody.
And then grab one and try to stick in the ball.
Now, whoever can also use them to defend themselves. If you want. Just keep it interesting.
Okay.
So either of you, either of you can use it.
They were expecting me to jump in.
A brick.
There's a brick.
Don't fall on the brick.
It's getting a little more serious in here now.
Yeah.
Pair of chucks.
Oh, it's black belt training now. Black Savage training.
So how did you end up with that stick? You ain't got a stick yet. Put that stick down. Now, you're gonna have to fight for the stick.
I hit it with it.
So we have to do like the number.
Do the thing. And this is just in case you want something. There you go. That's exactly what you do with a brick.
Heat and table thing going on.
Exactly what you do with that brick. Because, you're probably not going to be in a clean house doing this shit. You're probably going to be out on the street, right? Or in your case, in the garage, maybe.
Anywhere.
Right.
Right.
Maybe what's cleaning house? Got vacuum.
The whole vacuum. That's the headline. Like, man beat his assailant to death with a whole vacuum. Wait.
Oh, one of those.
Now that's not a good look. Just standing over him, beating the crap out of him with nunchucks.
Stepped on the chucks before I could pick them up.
Well, you throwing them out of the way for
Now you got.
In other weird places.
That was one. Inside or outside?
That was inside.
Now, Parrish, you can grab something if you want to. Look.
You got.
I don't know if he was hitting you in the balls or jerking you off. Maybe a bit of both.
That's a bit well.
We paid for it or not, you don't know. You have to decide.
A little bit of
It's gonna
CB.
throw you off.
A
Hey,
little
wait,
bit of CBT there, huh?
do I stay here? Do I stop this? I keep going.
No.
Should I stop it?
Right. Yeah, it feels good. Right. Outside again. That was it.
Oh.
Hey, you got a stick on you.
Give me that stick.
Get it.
Elbow to the neck, UFC.
It takes about 3 to kill somebody. Once you knock it out,
I'm gonna keep going.
There's your video.
that's gonna get you sent to prison.
Doing that? It was only 5 times.
Depends on with what. If it's with a rubber stick, then whatever. If it's with a metal rod, then maybe not. If you start to see brains, you've gone too far.
Hey, that's awesome.
You're digging
Very creative.
too far. I don't know. Okay, good.
Safety weapons.
Yeah, I was thinking not the whip chain, please.
Check
Yeah. Wait. I foresee a broken ankle. Get that the tennis ball further away from you. Yeah. There we go.
Yeah, he'll squash it.
I know. Just give me a person who's done a big slip on those. Yeah.
Bananas.
Yeah.
Check punch. Check punch. That's check punch, right?
That 4 is check punch.
Same deal.
Got you, buck balls.
You lay down.
But I'll blow your brains out.
You just blow your head off.
Yeah.
Now, Paris, you also shot yourself in the forearm.
For the moment, with
Like
like
that.
arm around him or something.
You had your hand to the left side of his head and then shot it in the head.
Yeah.
Beware of where your hand is.
That's rattling around in his
It's like-
brain.
It's like,
Bullet
ow!
didn't go all the way
Damn.
through.
Only if it's a 25. That's a 45. That's not right for you. It's gonna blow his head off.
And your hand off.
And your hand.
So on these, I keep doing this differently. Should I be going that way instead of? If this is more of a time, not so.
Well, because like if it's this way, that's the number 1, and then so like this way would be
Okay, which one are you doing?
4.
Check
It should be just that pin punch.
Check punch.
Like it's pin punch on the
Sometimes
outside.
here.
Yeah, so that's what I'm doing sometimes.
Change your footwork.
I don't know, when he's throwing this one, it is probably.
My
Yeah,
thought,
that's,
yes.
that's what I'm doing. So-
Well, I was thinking with
Or pin punch.
So you don't care.
with this one
Yeah.
with
It just depends on what angle you're standing.
like
So if you're throwing this, I'm coming on the inside, that's my closest block.
right,
That's what I was doing.
but I was wondering if that technically isn't that number 1.
Instead of,
Number one's constant.
I thought the block didn't matter.
The intention of the hand.
But if you think about all of these, they're all pretty much,
Yeah,
They're
I was
all
wondering
interchangeable.
if the difference with this one is
Yeah.
that.
well, no.
It's more-
So, but, or, but.
Yeah.
Or, but, or, but.
Ah, it was a check, not a pin. Your hand is there to stop, to help stop, but also there for the safety
Right.
mechanism.
But,
Right.
remember, it's our old number 7.
Yeah.
So it depends on how far this is to you. If it's here, you gotta push it down further. If you catch it here, you got nothing to worry about.
something here going right, if you care, in your world, you go right either way, whatever. Here.
I would say the most effective generally is that the lead hand matches the lead foot. Just because if it's punching back here, you don't get very far.
Right.
Alright. I think of it in terms of intention of the hand. You either
Oh,
gonna,
I
if
go
you're gonna,
right, this is,
if you're gonna time, you're gonna misguide. If you're gonna check, you're gonna hold it there. And if you're gonna pin, you're gonna pin it. You know what I mean?
throw it, it's not gonna be any different than.
I guess I would just say
That's
that
sliding box.
with an aggressive attitude that we're trying to foster, if there's an attacker, we want to attack it, and therefore when we attack, we'll want to hit.
So, yeah, you're waiting a little too far and you're not, that's the sliding part, what you're doing there, Ferris. But you wanna get up to the outside.
Yeah.
And not do this one, that's a
You're
different.
right, on that,
But you could do this.
Yeah, just jam it.
worse, or whatever, I don't know why, I'm not trying to, think about this, but I just go that one in. That way.
Yeah, you can do that, that's fine. Perfect.
I was just trying to get it the other way, but it's just not as,
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know, just not that I don't think about it.
You trained on it.
And the only reason that there's any kind of names to these
I was
is
probably died,
It's just to help learn.
just to help us learn.
Can you imagine, if you hit me in the neck and it was very soft. Just an elbow to the fucking neck hurts so sincerely
And
bad.
of course, you've got them up against the wall,
It's
so
invaluable, man.
you've got your big weapon right there, the wall. Smash.
Underestimate the damage of that. So, inside or rear? Good point.
Get back here.
Might actually get some rain tonight.
Yeah.
Really? Right?
Yes.
I would say with that, if you're going to do that, you need to be more aggressive with the check.
Get in there.
I'm talking about check higher up. Like, instead of over here crossing yourself, if you're doing it more like a V,
Keep it up.
like this, and hitting, then that will take care of it. But again, it also only works, it works better against a straight punch straight at you rather than one that's curving, like this. Versus if it's got a more curve to it, then you'll end up kind of crooked. So in that case, it would be this. Yeah.
Either way, get something in there.
Yeah.
In or out.
Yeah. So Ferris, you did see something? Similarly, there's a bit of a reversal of energy in there. What I would say is reversals are fine if they do something. Like if you're using the reversal to cause more damage. But I would say try to flow with it a bit more. So if you threw that one, and so instead of saying, now I'm going to stop and take you back this way, try some of the options that come to you, like continuing to move in a circle. So you've got this hit. Now see what else you can do that carries his momentum that direction. Boom. So he's already going to the left. Yeah. 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 There you go. You got a very easy and sort of nasty, almost, I don't know, police-like hold in there. It's like if there's a wall. So you got this, boom, blam into the wall, and then you just got anything you want from here. Yeah. But yeah, if there's a wall, you can make this as just hand it right into the wall. And yeah. Yeah. Shove his head through the glass, then just shove it down on the glass.
Push the rest of it here.
No,
Not all the way.
no, I was saying with determination,
Yeah.
shove it through, then pushing down,
Yeah.
so that
On the
the neck comes down on the broken glass.
And just kind of shake it back and forth.
Yeah. Well, you're crazy.
Fuck.
What happened?
Risco.
Oh, you bumped it.
No.
It was just the action of about to do something.
The action of trying to do a pin.
Oh,
That hurt.
that was it.
Triple balls.
Yeah, it's hurting. What I did was I tried to
You did that? Yeah.
Yeah, pin, punch, build you. Sorry.
Right.
Oblique, elbow to the back of the neck.
Yeah.
He's probably not gonna be able to grab no gun. As soon as he goes to the ground, it's gonna stomp him. Cow stomp him. Cow stomp him.
What? Oh, you tell it.
He was on the ground.
It was too late.
He had the gun up.
And the kick on that would be pretty intense, don't you think?
Was it aimed right?
No, I mean to hold the gun like this.
Oh, he was on the floor.
He was on the ground.
I'd probably do a backflip on you. Yeah.
But you couldn't see because you kind of built you.
No.
That's
I
right,
just
he can
fired
hear you.
away. I didn't know where it was going.
Right.
Yeah.
He's just shooting in panic at that
Could have
point.
been my own head. I don't know.
It might. It's gonna be that, you're gonna feel those hot sparks from that
The
blaster, the muzzle blast.
Built you right there.
I like that.
Grab.
Pull it back, while you got his eyes.
Oh.
Crack. 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 Like Sifu
There you
said.
go.
A lot of crack.
Little hands to death
I love
there.
it because that's what it's gonna sound like, a whole bunch of bones.
Hey, give them all the weapons and they shoot him out of the way.
Yep.
Nice throw, good throw. Judo throw.
Judy chop.
Oh, my wrist fucking killing me. Oh well, in a real fight, I'm gonna have to keep going.
Adapt.
Good break. It's gone.
Did you get the, hangman in there?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
That's that.
Whew. Let's take it easy on that race.
yeah.
Right. Well, I love this shit though. Y'all turned me into a killer. A beautiful killer. Alright. What we got now?
5.
Well, when the war starts, I hope you're on my side.
That's a Fox punch. Number 5 is Fox.
I like what you did there, Paris, except for you. Yeah, was holding his arm like this. Slid past it. That's not bad. That's not
What did I
bad.
do last time?
Uh,
I have to be here.
yeah, you had him there, but you can put extra pressure on him that way also.
Alright.
Yes. Flip this hand over. Got that? Push and then feel how that's going to hurt his arm.
For that, instead of using fluke from that position, what do you think of changing it to a wood position? Like this. I think you get a firmer control of it than that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you can sink your elbow energy into it.
And then this will
Yeah.
come.
Slam! Slam, correct. Where did you start from to get in that position? That was the slide pot? Okay,
Switch. Boom.
yeah.
Whoa. Something about that oblique, it works.
It's right there. It's always right there.
Another option for you to play with is that you're coming in like that. You've got this, you kind of throw it from here, and you've got basically grapple control from here if you just come in further and line up your own chests. So from here you've got this is a nice one too, where if you can hold this and then as they fall, keep it still and then fracture it as they fall. Yeah. So yeah, and an option on this is basically bam, get in here real close,
Right.
and then now from here, like I could just
Do anything.
rip this, and then I've got full control of his center, and I can throw him any way I want.
Now, if you've got the body strength, right? Now you're here, right?
Yes.
If you've got the body strength, you can go up.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Feel that?
Woo! That's dangerous.
This is much smarter.
I see what you're doing. You get that leverage.
Right.
So it's more of a hanging. That's it.
Right.
Look at what he does.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh. That's like hanging.
Sink. Sink.
That's sweet. I'm gonna start doing that. I like that. Cause I need more leverage.
Now, if you want to get more height on that,
Sink a little bit lower.
Talking about
Long fist.
long fist. Yeah.
Way up.
right,
Yeah.
spin that body.
And that one, you're not necessarily causing anatomical. And on that one, you're not destroying the larynx on that so much.
Yeah,
You're
under-
attacking the pressure points and
Right.
nerves that run up underneath.
Right. But the speed can still happen that way.
Right.
You hit, smack.
Yeah. So well, the first hit's going to do a lot of damage, and then you're attacking it after it's swelling up. Yeah. You know, that would be a
And
nice
it
tip.
does take some upper body strength. To lift me up, you're gonna have to be a lot stronger.
Yeah, but the way
Lift him up, you won't have to be half as strong.
the way you show how to do it, you get the opportunity to put your quads into
Again,
it.
it's the alignment.
Yes.
Because you're, again, look how close I am. Right? And then up.
So if you don't get him, you're gonna slam the hell out of him. Then he's gonna have a whiplash forever if you don't get him.
That'd be something that we could work on sometime. When we have another seafood class, is rooting and sinking. I think some of us don't have any practice in that, and some of us don't have very much.
Just same idea. It- elbow.
I would time the elbow with the leg.
With the throat, with the,
I would time it
right.
like that. See how that goes. Yeah.
Yeah, you're already there. I can see that. I can see that happening.
Yeah. You get the elbow almost as a bonus just by holding.
That'll work.
By basically.
Slam.
Yeah.
You didn't move it anywhere.
Right.
The downward's gonna have their head.
Right, and you can just come straight down.
Yep.
That's what I was thinking. You don't have to lift them. As soon as they come up,
If you
back,
float, you
Right.
float them. And
they're
then,
on their head.
And then put them down.
Now that comes from, it does come from Memphis. And they do it, they're doing it with an open palm,
Yeah.
and it's one of these.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We go. Is it the opposite leg actually?
No, it's the same one.
Yeah. You said you used that in a fight one time.
One time.
Did you really?
Pick the guy right up. When the adrenaline flows, you know you're stronger. And yeah, pick the guy right up. And he was probably close to this. He was my size. Why? What did I?
What you have in there?
Oh, it wasn't
He's
picking him
down.
up, it was a punch. You said it was a hit.
Oh,
It was a hit.
All right. You didn't hang on to
Yes,
this.
he was-
No. No, it was. Well, that's-
That was it.
he was dead.
People don't expect that one.
It's someone survived. I mean,
You know,
unconscious.
the Elvis, you know, you can do the same thing. If you miss this, let's say he doesn't pop. But, and you can still do that.
And the good thing with the Elvis is even if you miss it, you reverse
You
it.
can do it a thrust, correct?
Well, no, reverse the elbow.
Right. You got this or
Yeah.
this.
There you go. But now- Or you could just plan on doing both and see what hits.
Not bad, but think about doing that step in the same process of grabbing that on.
This,
But I was saying there is like,
When you,
I'm getting too old for this.
when you started that, how did you begin? Okay, so here's what I thought is don't switch shoulders with this. No, I meant you started with on your left shoulder, I believe. But then
this way.
yeah, but then as you went and did the joint lock, you removed it from this shoulder and moved it to the other side. And my thought is
And I moved in. Yeah.
use your neck as a support to give it more strength.
I'm here. Leave it.
just step in behind it.
Just step in behind him and now pull it across and use your neck as the fulcrum.
Pull him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's right. That.
Yeah. Down. Yeah. So you got this here and it's braced nice and solid. You can come across that way.
Yep.
But you need the leg, you miss the leg swing.
What am I doing?
Your feet. There you go.
Let me just leave it here.
Yeah, instead of pulling it out in front of you, you can use your neck as a brace.
Yeah, just lean forward. Now,
Now, there you go. Yeah. And now you got whatever. Well, in fact, you wouldn't even need to do that as far as the requirements go, because you joint locked in to get it down.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, because you also don't want to get into the mindset that because I have his wrist, now I can't let go of it under any circumstances. Because like only keep that if you're gonna shove it immediately. Like don't find yourself glued to always having that wrist.
no, right. If you're grabbing anything, it's grabbing something, right? You don't
Yeah.
have to just continue. I mean, you can, just as long as you make checks,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Just to keep it occupied, keep it out of your
Because
face.
somebody might be just as big a dick as we are, and
Right.
they'll pop you as it's down.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
G2 definitely does bring out the asphalt.
Stop.
Too complicated.
Yeah.
But it is colder, but.
The main thing was is that you did one joint lock and then you just kind of quit and did a different one. So you
I had to let go six of my wrists was hurting, but what I intended on doing, can I try this slow motion and just see if you can critique it? I said, boom, when you flew backwards, number 12 was available.
Right.
10, sorry. So I said, crack.
They didn't do that.
Yes.
And then
So
I
you
slide
switch.
down from there.
Right.
Tried something else.
But what I would say is that you got to.
Oh, I wouldn't run it this way. I'd
Right,
continue
keep it going that way. So, and here's the other thing to keep in mind, and you don't need your wrist for that one. You got this here. I've got this up all the way up here.
Right. And
So-
keep them going the same direction.
So try instead of sliding and transferring, basically every time you transfer is a chance for him to just yank his arm away, and you won't get it back. So if I've got this here, this is what I've got, and now from here I can do all the nasty stuff, and it don't matter. Yeah. So keep that in mind. It's like if the goal is usually use the hand or the wrist, but the only thing that's going on is pushing it in the direction, just move it up higher, and you've got the same effect. So you can keep that. You can keep that in mind if you ever have a wrist injury in the future. It's like for training or in a fight. You don't have to use this if all we're doing is this. So even if for some reason you had to block with this hand and you had a broken wrist that don't bend, it's like I'm gonna switch to karate block at that point because it does the same thing. But because if I can't use this at all, I'm going to go up higher and do this. Yeah.
Now on that wrist break, or on that arm break, we're using forearm to forearm, right?
Yeah.
Boom. And use your entire.
Yeah.
I saw those pins just as we approached, so no, I don't.
Yeah, it's gonna be over.
That's gonna hurt.
It's gonna be over.
I just thought of something there at a transition point I wanted to try. So if you've got this, is this a thing?
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't.
I don't know if it has any
I would
benefit.
kept going that way.
A little bit with it.
Because by the time you get him right there, the angle is that way.
You turn with it like you, so.
Right.
It's kind of
I don't know if it's doing
it's
anything.
losing a lot now.
Yeah. I don't know if locking
No.
it helps at all.
Now, he is in a place to where you can
I know.
follow your
I
balls.
was just saying that I was seeing that it's like wait that position's there, but it doesn't do anything.
It's good there.
I don't think it's any better than this.
Well, just,
Like this don't help.
As soon as you turned it, no, you're fine here. Wherever, but when you turn,
So if
I
I
turned my arm,
The
yeah,
only
Yeah,
reason
it changed
I-
it.
the only
when you
reason
turn that way,
does
you turn
it
like this.
does it
Yeah.
let off the pressure?
Right
basically-
here, it's good. But
But
when you turn
basically,
that way,
I guess what I'm
arms are-
saying is, I don't think that me grabbing this helps anything at all.
No.
That's
No.
basically,
As
that's,
a matter of fact,
Oh my God,
it takes away some of your stuff.
yes.
So you do that break, boom, and you just continue down.
But this is where JKD really gets alive. Because it's like, hey, is that a thing? No. It's like, so you just,
You gotta find out.
yeah. Because otherwise, it stays in your head as maybe a possibility, and then that'll pop out, guaranteed, and then you go, well, shit, that was not a good thing. All right,
Boom. Ow. Fuck.
don't slide it.
Boom.
You can do a
You
sliding
go
forearm.
back like that. Boom.
So
That's the right.
So
Right.
Imagine if you had no hand. Do
So
techniques
what
like
did you
that.
I come with this hand for a sliding car, and then I came inside with boom like this. No, inside.
inside.
Yes.
And remember our old 22 or whatever it was, when you come to this side? So you hit it, and then you can switch. That took a long time. Here and then to the outside. I'm not even moving my feet.
Well, it's a sliding car.
He's grabbing the sliding clock afterwards.
Okay. Okay. That's what my mom was saying, to slide past it as I did that, but, okay. I got you. Trying to go.
Used to be the Ton.
Yeah, it was, boom.
Ton section.
Here,
It was
and then
here.
it's down here. Yeah.
So you say go here, and
Now you can slam on that elbow again.
You know what's worse?
for right
Yeah,
now.
my hand up on his chest. It was made it worse.
How?
But I wouldn't bother with what you're doing.
Not right now.
Chris.
I was here,
Watch how he keeps this.
right? I was here. Yeah, what the hell I was doing?
Oh,
You're turning it
yeah.
down.
Come down.
I'm over my hand.
Well, your
He's
It
connected to
automatically
him and
falls
it's starting to
into
bother my
that.
wrist already.
you're
Not even my elbow.
suddenly S-locking him a little bit.
Yeah,
That's
it's
what
not
it
even
looks
my
like.
elbow yet. My wrist is going down.
Say you don't like the shit, Bob.
And there's,
Well, it's
He's just,
it's not even an
He wasn't
S-lock.
trying to do
You're twisting it this way.
it's just the way it's going.
Right.
Well, it's a little S. What you are doing is you're putting
Right.
stress on the
I
outside.
just had him, I had him attached to me,
So you got that.
you know, and then just kept moving.
Yeah, it's the same stress as an S-lock.
Yeah, I see that.
That's nasty.
Yeah. It's an accidental. It's a bonus. Yeah.
Right. Keeping it tight is way different than when it's not there.
That's nasty.
If you get something, hold it to you, like a treasure,
Then
unless you can take it home with you. That was completely.
If he turned around like that,
If you're
I'm
going-
going to do that.
He's gonna grab your balls.
So try, it's like,
Yeah, he's
it's
going
like
right.
you're going, you went this way first, I think? Right there.
I went underneath.
Oh. You're here. Right, but I think you were trying 7-8.
Well, I'm trying what 6 to do, but I,
Oh,
Right.
it went
And
for
so
the inside.
what it is that it's coming here,
Okay.
so that you've got this causing damage in this area, eventually.
So, on the inside. Rip this to your shoulder.
Yep.
Just keep it to you.
You got it.
Yeah.
Even the wrist. That's worse. Yeah.
From there, you can snap.
And if you hang it there and go quick.
And as far as how you ended up before,
So you've gotta be comfortable going,
Ready? You gotta be that ball to do it.
not this, not that.
No, it's
You gotta be comfortable doing
light.
it.
I got you.
I was just saying that if you try to do it too fast, it's not gonna do
It's gonna
anything.
slip out of your hands.
I thought he meant exercise it, man.
No. He's saying anatomically, the fingers will slide.
Saying enjoy the moment. Let it last.
Yeah, and don't do it too far, otherwise they can rip your nipple. Like, don't do it too slow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You hit,
Yeah,
and then boom.
yeah,
Even this right up here.
yeah.
Oh, wow.
Never masturbated.
That- You know what? That was very aggressive. I can tell that you can look at me as your student and tell where I get this shit from. Did you see that? He comes around, he breaks his elbow, he snaps his wrist, he falls backwards, he chases him, he
Yeah.
rips. He didn't even have to do that, but just to make sure his asshole, he broke 3 joints in one movement on him.
And ripped his hand right through here.
Yes.
Still talking shit.
And you, I don't think if he's still talking shit, he's one dumb son of a bitch.
No, he's on
Because he doesn't even have an arm though. So,
He's on drugs. Yeah.
You know what I see whenever people wear jewelry?
targets or weapons. You can use the necklace. You can use the necklace, strong enough necklace to hang a person on their own.
Put yours on. Yours
Use the lab, yeah.
We know you're
Okay.
so
Real gold is tender. Okay.
It is.
It'll
It's a
snap.
yeah, it does.
It's that.
So you see somebody with a bicycle chain around their neck?
Yeah.
Okay, choke.
It's
Or a dog chain,
Get 'em.
choke them.
In the
Yeah.
context of you are fighting them at the moment.
Right away.
Right.
Just in general.
Because, he's like, if you murder a dog, it's
Come here, motherfucker.
yeah, it's like, how dare you murder a dog?
This is why you don't do it.
This is why you don't hurt him.
That's a lawsuit to have.
It's like, you want to take martial arts class so that you learn how to not cut that out.
Now,
That's
No,
like the mafia technique.
in the
for
seventies,
marketing.
people wore dog chains around their, it has the two loops, you loop them
Yeah.
They were in.
in. So you grab one of those loops in one hand.
Tighten it.
It turned into a choker chain.
It is a
With a
choker.
noose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think those guys are just secretly into some stuff that you didn't know
I
about.
did that to a guy. Now I didn't choke him, but I did pull it tight enough, and he's like, "Fuck," and he didn't wear it after
No.
Good lesson.
that.
All right. Well, I guess what we got a couple more moves. Or
You want to do the stretching
I
out?
want to start stretching. Or did I get one more on the?
Yeah, one more.
With that hand because I didn't get that.
Oh. I don't know why you would break that. Like,
I did. I used it to make me fall.
I'm
sorry.
Well, no.
It was, I used
No,
it to take.
I don't, yeah.
Yeah, we're just talking about.
It worked.
Well, we're talking about easier ways of getting the same thing done. So if he's here, you're on the outside, right? Or you're
Yes, and then I come down.
like this.
No,
So-
I want or
It was like this.
yes.
Okay.
Now, what I'm seeing a danger is if you don't just knock the holy crap out of him,
He's gonna get you.
you still got part of his head, right? So if you try to break this down, he could trap you.
Yeah, no, pull it.
Yeah.
I want one.
You wanted to see.
Pinch him in there and then beat
Yeah.
the shit out of him.
So,
So what do you want to do? Do a building or something?
well, I would
Aggressively
suggest,
that'll hurt him?
so if we're here,
Yeah.
then I would say, yeah, a couple more hits. And then possibly you can do the same thing, but turn it a bit more and see how I've already got this. So if you turn this way and hit it down this way, it reduces the chance of getting trapped.
Right.
So instead of hitting directly on this, because this could happen even just because people tighten up. I mean, like he doesn't have to do that on purpose. But if we're instead of attacking right heel from the side and
See.
applying this, then you got a chance at
That is a little
But
more dangerous.
even so, that is a more complicated way to get somebody to fall. Right. So you got this. I would say that if we're here,
Elbow to the bicep.
this is a lot easier. See how I put this? So yeah, if we come in, punches, bam, wham here. So now you got your termination taken care of, and then I'm just taking it down. You got a big scratch already.
I'm very sorry.
Yeah.
I seafood did it. I can't take the blame for that one. I'm very sorry. They're probably like,
I noticed.
David, once a week he has a mark. I'm old.
That way, yeah.
I'm very sorry. I didn't mean to do that. I trimmed my nails.
Oh, you weren't here when Delbert was here. I don't know what was up with him, but all of his fingernails are razor blades.
Yeah.
He could slice your hand clean open.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut the trim mine down. I keep in mind that when I
Got
come
him, might as
back.
well, you know.
That bit's on.
They're
Go
weapons.
ahead, tear somebody up.
Extremely weapons.
All right.
Your tiger claw.
Then we're
You
doing.
know, if either of y'all could show up Saturday at 9,
9.
there's a couple of things that I need to film, but Michael needs a partner to do.
My wrist is hurting. I want to do the downward dog. Gentlemen.
Just do the calf stretch.
Up against a wall or Bob or whatever, yeah.
You think I'm getting better at my fluidity just a little bit?
It is, you
Just a little bit. Yeah. I feel it. I feel more confident in my flowing as far as my hand coordination goes and my impudence.
What I want you to think about
Yes, sir.
is not wasting yourself before the end of the test.
Yes, sir. Pacing myself.
Pace yourself,
Be
keep your
efficient.
calm, keep your calm.
Yes, sir.
You're never going to fail a test by missing questions.
That didn't intimidate me as much as disappointing you guys. You know what I'm
You're
saying?
never going-
That's what fucked me up.
You're never gonna fail a test by missing questions.
I wanna-
History is important. We should know our history so we don't repeat it. Like what we're doing nowadays. But
Well, in very.
I wanted to give you a quick example earlier.
knowing all of these dates is not going to help you be a better fighter.
There's fire and then there's burning yourself out. And so as an example, like when you're going through this, you are going to have to do 48 and probably more of the techniques, doing all that stuff. So we worked today. How far did we get? 5. 5. So we got through 5. There's 12. It's gonna take a long time. So it means that if you're hyped up, you're gonna wear yourself out after the first 3 because you'll throw that and you'll be like freaking out. So instead, when he throws that, this is number 1. 1, joint lock, kick, termination, taken out. Like so, we're talking about it's shove down there.
Very basic.
Well, no, I'm
and effective.
you can tell I mean it, but I'm not putting everything I've got into it. I'm intending for him to be able to see it. If I go too fast, they won't see it. So it's got to be very clean, it's about 60% of your full effort for that.
Got
So now, sometimes you'll see people out there giving 20% because they're going, yeah, but basically, if you dial yourself back and say, I'm only gonna do 50% of my full power on testing day when you're hyped up, you'll be doing 70%, and so then you'll be okay. You won't kill yourself on it.
And if you're bleeding, stop.
Yeah.
That's what made the test cool there.
Blood all over and
Took you a half hour to clean Bob up.
It did. But that made it cool. At least you know that if I get bloody in a fight, it's just gonna get me horny like Bruce Lee. Not that kind of blood. But I understand. I over exaggerated my movements.
You gotta be able to finish that fight though.
Yeah.
Right. And
Now you were exhausted from 5 minutes on Bob, and then you performed well. Your self-defense techniques were good.
That's because you was cussing me out the whole way, Seafood. God damn it!
I don't think I was doing that.
In your mind you were.
It just gave you a count.
In my mind you were.
I told you.
This party starts at 9, you gotta go.
Yeah. Okay, I understand what you're saying.
No one on the streets is gonna wait.
The irony of the situation is that I exhausted myself throughout my whole test early, and whenever I just didn't focus on everything else around me and I focused on doing what I needed to do, I performed well.
Yes.
Gotcha.
You were exhausted. You couldn't hardly hold your hands up until you needed to.
So I was nervous from point A to point B.
When-
I think I had a combination of things that robbed me of my ingenuity that day.
When Cohen pulled that knife on you, you freaked.
Yes, I did.
That's one of the things that just bothers me a lot. People freaking out over weapons.
You know, it was a Mexican with a knife. See, what did you expect? What if you see a black guy with a gun pointed sideways?
Wait, Mexicans have the monopoly on the knives.
Yeah, they win. They win. Remember, my cousin just got stabbed at a club 7 times going to a Mexican club. Didn't belong his ass up in there, black ass, and as soon as he walked out the door, 2 guys got him. It was on the news. They believe in that shit.
So it sounds to me like he needs to train. If he's going to be in the bars, he needs to train.
You'd be surprised how many people really don't have the heart to do this.
I am.
I've been begging.
I'm not surprised.
I've been begging.
I'm not surprised at all.
I don't know. Just seen it. Man, I'm people do make it in for a while.
I begged a lot of people, hey, learn, but you're a big gangster, ain't you? You're scared of a little bit of sparring?
I got my piece. No, you don't. You got it on you now? Fuck no, you don't.
That's what they mostly say. I got my, okay, whatever. You know,
I had that argument with 100 people at work. I got a gun. You got it on you? I can kick your ass right now, then, can't I?
very easily and fast. And speaking of which, that's another thing. My movements to me were not effective enough. I shouldn't have to punch you 5 times to get you down. I should be able to hit you a maximum of maybe a 3-point combo that's going to hurt you and render you if I land them effectively.
Always throw more than you need to, because those first couple may or may not hit, may or may not do anything. If you see his eyes roll back, you know you did a good job.
Sure, a little tip for you. Reach out for it again. With that left hand. There we go. Get your upper body over your leg. No, upper body. No. No, I'm just talking about what you're doing was this. And that's stretching your groin more than your hamstrings. So this will tell you where your hamstring stretch really is.
Well, that's the reason why they call me the Oklahoma Blacksmith.
Because you can play a song on your hamstrings when you barely bend over.
Because it pays him a lot of money to do it.
No,
Yeah, he pays a lot of money to call you that, yeah.
I understand.
You get any of the VA benefits?
I haven't even filed since I've been in the military. I talked to a military social worker, and she told me, hell, I'm off. I can go get my benefits even though I'm just a National Guard for 4 years.
Yeah.
You got a honorable discharge?
Yes.
Then you got that.
I got a general discharge and an honorable condition. I guess that's what it's.
Yeah.
That's an honorable discharge.
Yep. I was in 21 days and I got an honorable discharge.
So you get your VA benefit.
You don't
Nope,
qualify.
you gotta be 90 days in before you get any kind of VA benefit.
No shit.
90 days.
So this whole time I've been missing my checks. I get checks.
You don't get checks unless you got a disability of some kind.
You don't get
That's
checks,
crazy.
but you can go to the VA.
You can go to the VA for free.
In the PX.
You can go to the VA, I suppose.
Yeah,
You
get
go
this
back
down.
on the dates.
If you got your DD 214.
Yeah, if you do that, if you get to do that, you get a non-active
On the base.
card, don't you?
Base
A non-active
card.
military ID. Yeah. You don't know what the PX is, sir?
He's never been in the military.
He works on the military people.
Yeah, the VA hospital.
Oh, it's all day long. People throwing out letters to me.
What does
Yeah.
PX stand for though?
I have no idea what's going on around there.
Trading post. Or
Where's the
whatever
X?
that's called. I don't know. I still don't know.
That's the military jargon.
Yeah.
Not.
I don't know. I just know it means post stuff. And everything in there is like
Post crossing,
70, I guess so. Everything in there is like 70% off.
pretty good.
Yeah, we do. Everything.
And you can't deal with the VA, but nothing that cheap there.
Man,
PX then. PX. Post exchange.
Okay.
What's your
I knew that. I knew it was post something. I forgot. It's been 20-something years. But if I go back to there and file my benefits, I should be able to get like 20 years of missing my fucking government check.
I know.
You don't get any government
There's no
checks.
checks.
Unless,
I know people
Why
that
would
don't
they
have
pay
a
you?
disability.
Why would they pay you?
If they're service connected with some rating of disability, it may not be 100%. If there's some rating, then you'll get paid.
yeah,
My feet are fucked up.
As long as you're
but not
connected to
from the
military.
army.
I blew my leg out.
Not
Well,
from the
no, the
army.
main thing is like, the reason they pay them is because either the disability is bad enough that they can't work, or it's causing them to not be able to take good work because of it, or because of some sort of medical thing that you're constantly having to
There's
go
levels
Okay,
and
I got
in. So that it's more like reimbursement, or it's
I got 4 letters for you.
Yeah.
PX. PTSD.
Right, but that entitles you to free therapy. Not,
No,
not,
that's the start of getting connected.
yeah.
So you can have that, you can have a toe problem, you can have a direction problem, your dick goes the wrong direction, every little bit gets.
Ironies?
More money.
You know what?
It gives you a little bit more. Once you're 100% connected, you get the full amount.
I can't believe that they had that on a
You're
commercial on
right,
TV.
you're right, you're right. You're dealing with
Showing all these
something,
vegetables
right.
with weird
But
bits.
like, I've been
Medicare,
diagnosed with post
Yeah.
stress traumatic
That
syndrome.
means you're service connected if you went and did that to some
I was
degree.
in the infantry.
Okay.
It'd been something different if I was in like, I was a teleprompter or some shit in the military, but I had
It
to,
doesn't matter.
I had to eat, sleep, and shit, shooting at people and listening to grenades and
But you
walking
gotta,
and
you gotta get the VA doctors to sign off on
Yeah.
all of that before you get
Maybe
any kind of.
10%, maybe 50, maybe 90, depending on what level they think.
So I was just walking there butt naked.
That might get you a psyche
A
out.
little bit.
They'll get you locked up for at least a night.
Right.
You get in some hospital for a little bit.
They do have cells in there, you know.
But they ain't gonna charge me. They gonna be like, well.
Only if they declare you
Actually,
insane.
the
That has a
VA,
problem.
VA, you might be able to get away with it.
They do have cells in the basement of that place, you know.
Like, that poor bastard, he's shell shocked. Give him a $1,500 check once a
I
month.
doubt that. Delbert's on disability.
Yeah, he's probably 100%.
He achieved 100%. It took a long time to find.
And he is not making a lot of money.
Yeah.
Not much.
enough to exist.
And he was a combat vet.
Yeah.
He got shot 32 times.
God damn.
It was all-
32
It
times.
was all in the body armor, but it broke all his ribs.
Jesus, man.
And he said adrenaline kept him, it made him not notice it until it was over. And then he's like, my chest. And at first they said, shut up, you baby. And then he said, no, seriously, my chest. And they took off the body armor and realized that it was all.
He was crushed.
Well, no, it was just like, if you get shot a whole bunch, it's like the body armor keeps it from going into you. It doesn't stop
It's
the
like a
force.
Huge punch.
Yeah.
Tyson punch or something.
I know people that went in there for like 90 days, snapped their ankle walking on the field.
Well, that's why they do that, is because they have a short time limit just in case of accidents.
Yeah, you gotta get through boot camp before.
But at the same time, they don't want you to sign up and then break your foot on something on purpose and then get your VA benefits.